practice from our lives and bring forth that light of love and divinity. We offer reverence and salutations to Lord Shiva. We perform the Aarti to Lord Shiva. Jai Shiva Omkara, Prabhu Shiva, Jai Shiva Omkara, Prabhu Shiva, Jai Shiva Omkara, Jai Shiva Omkara, Prabhu Shiva, Jai Shiva Omkara, Brahma Vishnu Sada Shiva, Jai Shiva Omkara. Ekanand Chaturanand Panchanand Raje, Ham Sasan Garudasan Vishwahan Saje, Bolo Jai Shiva Omkara, Hare Jai Shiva Omkara, Bolo Jai Shiva Omkara, Prabhu Jai Shiva Omkara. राहुज चार चतुर मुझे परदस मुझे ते सुहे, तीनों रूप निरखते त्रिभुवन जन मोहे, बोलो जय शिवा ओंकारा, बोलो जय शिवा ओंकारा, बोलो जय शिवा ओंकारा, प्रभु जय शिवा ओंकारा, बोलो जय शिवा ओंकारा, प्रभु जय शिवा ओंकारा। बम बम बोला नाचे नंद राजा, बम बम बोला नाचे, ओ नाचे नंद राजा, नाचे नंद राजा। अरे बम बम बोला नाचे नंद राजा, 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 ओ नाचे नंद राजा, नाचे नंद राजा, नाचे नंद राजा। श्री सदाशिवाय नमः। उमापति महादेव की जय। Assembly ji, please take your seats everyone. Jai Sitaram everyone, and Shubha Shivaratri. Shubha means auspicious. Lord Shiva gives us the opportunity every year to come together, to sit as a family, and to tap into that reservoir of infinite divinity and bliss. Having the human body is one thing, but what lies in the depth of the human body is another. It is such a timeless and ancient power that we were blessed with by Lord Shiva. All the power and the solutions you're looking for is right within the cradle of the heart. The Shiva we are speaking about, he is right within the cradle of the heart. And as the speaker said very beautifully, it is a time to rekindle that light, to rejuvenate, to reconnect, to reignite that divine light within us. Sometimes the light gets a bit dim by the lifestyle we live, and it's a night tonight, Ratri night, to refuel our spiritual banking account. Umapati Mahadeva ki jai. I would like to take the opportunity. Don't go live, it's not meant to. If you can't do it, don't worry about it. My dear brothers and sisters, before we commence, we'll chant the Hanuman Chalisa. Hanumanji is the 11th incarnation of Lord Shiva, and tonight we would prefer to chant his name and glories. I would like to take the opportunity to acknowledge Pundit Lakshmanji for your kindness, your humility, your nobility, and your sacrifice in the Minnesota area, serving as a spiritual leader here at the Gaayatri Mandir. Please give Panditji a round of applause. Thank you, Panditji, for your kindness and your humility. I appreciate that very much. We begin with the Hanuman Chalisa, everyone. What a wonderful team of members here. To the committee, I would like to say pranam to all of you. And tonight we are in a treat for Shiva's blessings. Please say along and sing along, clap along, and stay with us until 3 in the morning if you can. Shri Guru Charan Saroj Arja निज मन मुकुर सुधार वरनो रघुवर विमल जसो जो दायक पलचार बुद्धहीन तनु जान के सुमिरो पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार. Let us all clap and join together, everyone. Chalis means 40 verses, and Chalisa means coming closer to the Lord. Chal, mere sati. Let us go closer to our best friend, Hanumanji. Oh. Jai Hanuman Gyan Gun Sagar, Jai Kapish Ki Bolo Jagar, Ram Tuta Tulik Bal Dhama, Anjali Putra Pavan Sutanama, Mahavir Vikram Bajrangi, Kumati Nivar Sumati Ke Sangi, Kanchal Varan Viraj Subesha, Kanan Kundan Kunchit Ke, Hath Vraj aur Dhwaja Viraje, Kand Munj Jali Saje, Shankar Suman Kesari Nandan, Tej Pratap Mahajagvandan, Vidyavan Viniyati Chatu, Ram Kaj Karibe Kumar, Prabhu Charitra Sunibe Kunasiya, Ram Lakhan Sita Man Basiya, Sukshma Rupa Dhari Siya Hitkama, Vikhat Rupa Dhari Lanka Jana, Bhima Rupa Dhari Asura Sudhave, Ramchandra ke kaaj saware, Lai sajeevan lakhan jiyaye, Shri Raghubir harsh ur laaye, Raghupati ki bahut baraye, Tum mama priya bharat sab bhaaye, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Hanumana, Shri Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram. Sasa badan kumaro jas gaave, as kahi Shri Patikantar gaave, Sadikadik Brahmadik Nisha, Narad Sharad Sahita, Jag Kuber Dikpal Chahate, Kavi Kavi ke sake kahate, Bajrang Bali Hu Mahavir Bali, Bajrang Bali Hu Mahavir Bali, Tum upkar sugriv hi keena, Ram milay raj par deena, Tumro mantra vibhishan maana, Lankeshwar dhari sab jag jaan, Yug जो जन पर भावो लीलो गाई मधुर बने वो बजरंग बली महावीर बलवंता पवन पुत्र हनुमंता प्रभु मोर मुख माही जल लाग गए अचरज लाई दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुग्र मनोग्रह तुम्हारे देते राम तुम्हारे कुमर खवाले हो तुम्हारा बिनुते हो बजरंग बली जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई पवन पुत्र भगवान के हाँ सब सुकल है तुम्हारी शरण तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना अपन तेज समारो आपे तीनों लोक भागते का भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे महावीर जब नाम सुनावे नासे रोग भरे सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे मंत्र में वचन ज्ञान जो लावे बजरंग बली जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई पवन पुत्र भगवान की सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे सोई अमित जीवन पल पावे बजरंग बली जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करो महावीर अरे चारों युग प्रताप तुम्हारा विपल सिद्ध जगत उजियारा साधु संत के उमर खवाले असुर निकंदन राम दुला अरे अष्ट सिद्धि नाम के दाता अश्वर दीन जानकी माता राम रसायन तुम्हारे पास सदरहु रघुपति के दास तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे धर्म जन्म के बिसरावे इंतकाल रघुबर पुर जाई जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई और देवता जितना धरे हनुमत से सर्व सुख करे संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा जो सुमिरे हनुमत बल हनुमान जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई जो सतबार पाठ कर कोई तुलसीदास हरि जय नाथ हृदय अभिमान श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय जय बोलो श्री राम जय जय श्री राम जय जय श्री राम जय राम जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय जय पवन तनय संकट हरणं मंगल मूर्ति रूप राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसहु सुरभूप श्यावर रामचंद्र की जय everyone loud this possible पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। After singing the Hanuman Chalisa every Saturday, this is a normal theme where we chant the Lord's glory. And there's always fight these days if Hanuman Chalisa can be sung in a funeral. And the answer comes in the verse itself, Bhuta Pisach Nikat nahi aave. It removes all negativities. If you're feeling scared, you chant Hanuman Chalisa. If you can't get a park in Publix, Jai Hanuman Gyan Sagar. If you cannot get a park in the Mandir, chant Chalisa. You're going to get somebody's going to come out and you're going to get a place to park. Hanuman Chalisa just opens doors. It opens doors for you of opportunities. Such is the greatness of Hanuman Chalisa. My friends, always a pleasure to be here in Minnesota. I was really looking forward to see some snow this time to make it a little Mount Kailash. However, it's fine. It's nice just to be in the cold. I remember going to Mount Kailash in my journey, and the thing is about there, it snows 12 months per year, and it's amazing to see the yogis and swamis. They sit there waiting for some glimpse of divine energy, and it's really amazing how the devotees of Shiva, they sacrifice themselves to win the glories and the grace of Lord Shiva. Tonight I'm very, very delighted to see so many youths and so many young stars. I always feel very happy and content to see that our tradition is continued by our youths. That's the reason why in all my yajnas I always ask them to allow a speaker to speak from a youth level, and we allow the youths to be involved so that they will be able to get encouragement. If a mandir do not give the youths a chance, then of course, my dear friends, the tradition will be watered down in a very, very, very quick time in life. It's Shivaratri. It's a time, my dear friends, where we meditate, where we sing, where we worship the Lord. And the Lord says, if you worship me, there will not be any worship in your life. All that we need tonight is worship, not worship. So tonight, please chant after me such beautiful bhajan. We have some amazing singers around. If you can come and help us out, please come get a microphone and join with us. For those of you who love to sing, please come. Please chant after me, everyone. Shiva ka naam bhajale manwa, Shiva ka naam bhajale. Everyone. Shiva ka naam. Shiva ka naam bhajale re manwa, Shiva ka naam bhajale.
Shiva ka naam bhajale manwa, Shiva ka naam bhajale.
Shiva ka naam bhajale re manwa, Shiva ka naam bhajale. Shiva ka naam bhajale re manwa, Shiva ka naam bhajale. Everyone. Shiva ka naam bhajale manwa, Shiva ka naam bhajale manwa, Shiva ka naam bhajale. Shiva ka naam bhajale re manwa, Shiva ka naam bhajale. Shiva ka naam bhajale re manwa, Shiva ka naam bhajale. Shiva ka naam bhajale re manwa, Shiva ka naam bhajale. Shiva ka naam bhajale re manwa, Shiva ka naam bhajale. Oh Shiva ka naam bhajale re manwa, Shiva ka naam bhajale. Shiva ka naam bhajale re manwa, Shiva ka naam bhajale. All together, say ho! Shiva ka naam bhajale re manwa, Shiva ka naam Hare Hare तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो शिवाय 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 ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय सरस्वत्यै नमः महालक्ष्म्यै नमः दुर्गाया देवी सर्वभूतेषु दयारूपेण संस्थिता महापार्वती नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः. All together. Trayambakam yajamhe sugandhim pushtivardhanam urvarukamiva vandanam mrityu mokshyamaritaji. Mahadev Shambho Kashi Vishwanath Gange Hara Mahadev Shambho Kashi Vishwanath Gange. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Friends, please close your eyes, everyone. Sit upright and feel the presence of Lord Shiva. From the lingam he has walked out and now he is before you, and he wants to touch your life, your heart, your head. He wants to touch your very core of your divine self. And as he touches you this evening, you're feeling that unfoldment. You're feeling that ecstasy. You're feeling the divine vibration this evening. You're feeling the love in the atmosphere. He is, no doubt, he comes live in every mandir like a night to night. When we chant his name, he comes. When we close our eyes, the third eye between the forehead, see a shining light there. See a beautiful shining light in the middle of your forehead, friends. And feel so divine this evening. To meet the divine, you have to feel divine. To meet the divine, you have to have divine qualities. To meet the divine, you have to have divine thoughts. To meet the divine, you need to have divine karmic deeds. And to meet the divine, you need to have divine knowledge. For divine brings divinity. And tonight, from a human form, we are going to climb the ladder to be a divine being. Let us all be divine beings this evening by climbing this ladder of Bhakti Yoga through the Maha Shiva Puja Yajna reading this evening. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Mahapati Mahadeva ki Jai. Please turn to the person next to you and say Hara Hara Mahadev. Say it again, no? The next side. All right. In this way, friends, the person who's sitting next to you, the energy will be neutralized. And who knows, the last time I did this in South Africa, one lady was waiting for a job and the manager was right there. And she said, Namaste, and then at the end she got a high position. I'm not saying it's going to be here, but anything great can happen through the grace of the Lord. You know, when you follow the divine paths, and you're in this realm of spirituality and divinity, I can tell you this much, that many doors will be opened for you in every field possible. Because the Lord will always allow you to meet the right people at the right time, the right gurus, the right knowledge. Because when you become like a flower, the bees will come for themselves. Lord Shiva says, just follow my path of devotion and I'm going to take care of you all through your life. And tonight's discourse, my dear friends, there are many interpretations of what is Maha Shivaratri. Many people say when he drank the poison, that was Shivaratri, that is good too. And his throat became blue, Nilkant, that is Shivaratri. Some people say when the ball of light was found and Brahma and Shiva, Lord Shiva turned into that beam of light, and when that light was formed and Lord Shiva manifested from that light, that is Shivaratri. But you know what is Shivaratri, everyone? Anyone tonight can tell me what is really Shivaratri? Anybody? What is Shivaratri?
Night of Shiva.
The night of Shiva. But what it means to you? What is Shivaratri to you? And the speaker said it nicely. When you ignite that light, when you have love for everyone, when you can judge none and just see goodness in God and everyone. Can we do that? Yes or no?
Yeah.
You think so? I think some people looking, but what he come to tell me, boy, no, if we can see God in Shivaji and everyone. I tried sometimes when people be misbehaving in the seats in the airplane. I give them my seats, I help them. And then the air hostess looks at me and said, come in first class. The Lord will always give you first class when you behave in such a manner of first class. My dear friends, tonight Shivaji wants to turn that poison and transform that halahal poison to Amrit. Amritasya bhuyasam shariram vicharishanam. He wants to convert the poisonous thoughts. And you know what is the poison? The poison is when we are not positive. What is the poison? Poison is when people are looking at you and you don't smile with them. That is poison. One Babaji in Guyana said, Baba, do you know why people cut their lime? I said, no, Babaji, tell me. He said, when you cut the lime, your face will never look sour. I said, Babaji, first time I'm hearing that one. But thank you for that. No, cutting the lime is the removal of negativities and negative energy. But we, Baba, like to put meaning, to everything. Shivaratri is when you invite Shiva tonight and you feel his presence and you rise above the ego and the hatred. It's very easy to say, but let us try. Next time when you're hurt, the ego gets hurt, rise above to the Shiva consciousness and say, I am not going to fall victim to the poison of my existence, which will take me to my own hell on earth. Tonight, I'm going to read a very beautiful discourse, one of the main reason of Maha Shivaratri. And tonight I start with this beautiful katha, and I just want to tell you, like Lord Shiva is always looking at you every moment. That eyes are there with you, looking at you. And that's why when you close your two eyes, you will see that third eye, his eyes are looking in your mind. There's always that unseen seer without eyes looking at you and after you everywhere. There was this hunter by the name of course, Guru Druha. And of course, we all know, we're all hunters, right? What we are hunting for? Come on, we know philosophy, right? What are we hunting for tonight?
Pleasure.
Food? That is a good answer, is that pleasure? We're all hunters, no? We're in the forest and we're hunting. But we get lost, my dear friends, because the fella said it nice, he came for food. We all want that divine pleasure. We want that divinity, and we're hunting, but we get caught up in the forest and we see a nice river and we sit down there and we forget what is our mission here. So this hunter he leaves home and his wife sends him and says, you must not come back home unless you bring some food. That was a very serious wife. He says, you know what, I'm not going to go back home because I might get katai. You know, in Guyana what they say? They pass eye. Huh? How they say it? They pass an eye on me. No? I pass? Okay, good, whatever it is. But he doesn't like that. So he leaves home, everyone, just as you left home, not knowing what to expect in life. And you leave home, my friends, how many left? And probably never didn't return. Some husbands may be happy not to return, but it's okay. All of us want to return to our source. And here he leaves, and he sees his mother and father crying for food. They're very poor. His children didn't eat for many, many days. His wife is saying, please, you are the food maker and the food protector. You have to provide for us. Please get some food for us. We are really, really hungry. He leaves and he goes into deep jungle in the forests. Tonight you left your comfortable homes. I commend you for that. You could have been somewhere else. Tonight you choose Shivaji. And he leaves, my friends. And when he leaves, he's saying, he doesn't know about Shiva, he doesn't know any mantras, he doesn't know any bhajans, he doesn't know anything, but he has love and it's for his family. Ye to sach hai ki Bhagavan hai. See, many people think we have to wear sari and dhoti and chandan to be a devotee. You know, when I was going home when we were going out last night, I just want to tell you what I saw. Our dear friends Kati Noga, she comes to all our gurus, yajnas, I really appreciate it. This lady, she's right here, Kati, and I saw her, she was going through the ice. This lady doesn't have a car, and she sits and she stands in that cool to wait for a bus, probably one or two, to reach to where she is living. We have cars, and we do not make the effort. She doesn't have a car, probably a job as well, but she makes that effort to come to all our yajnas, to support all her gurus. Look at the sacrifice she makes. Let us give her a round of applause. Katiji, thank you so much. That is real bhakti. That is true devotion. That is true love. Today we have all the comfort and we make excuses. We can't come, no, friends. So he leaves and he makes the sacrifice for his family. And as he leaves, what happens? I will sing these ragas in Hindi. And of course, when we come here, we don't know what we're going to sing, what we're going to say. So we depend on Shivaji to guide me. I'm your pilot this evening. You are my passengers. And we have a few air hostess, singers and musicians and so on. They will accompany us this evening. Please enjoy this katha as I take you in this divine journey. This gentleman leaves, and he leaves very sadly, not knowing what to get for his family. When you first came to Minnesota, many of you have been to New York, and when you left your country and you were there, not many of you knew where you would be going, what jobs you're going to hold, who you're going to meet. Many of us, we came with probably $30 in our pocket, if that much. We didn't know what to expect. In life, you always put the Lord first as your pilot. And He's going to guide you where you need to be. There's no need to have any fear. Of course, he leaves. He doesn't know any mantra. He doesn't even know Lord Shiva. But Shivaji is looking at this hunter, Guru Dhruva, and he's traversing. There's nowhere to go. And what happens? I take you to the golden pages of Maha Shivaratri. Please listen and enjoy the ambience of this beautiful katha, everyone. करते एक समय शिवरात्रि हे व्रत का उस दिन उस पापी के घर के कुछ भी नहीं था, उसके परिवार माता पिताजी भूख लगे संसार रोहे दे हरे माता पिताजी रो रो के हे मात पिताजी बच्चे भूख अरे ओ उन्होंने कहा किसकी खाने को लगो, हम तो भूखे मर रहे। या सुनकर भील अपना वृक्ष वान कर वृक्षा ऊपर है। ओम सदा शिवाय साक्षात शिवाय नमः। उमापति महादेव की जय। So what a hunter does, he takes his bow and arrow and he's searching. Hunters will hunt for animals. He's never Shiva Bhakta, but he's hunting, friends. But you know what? That day he didn't see anything. Like there's no animals around. They sensed that fella, he was coming. Do you know animals? A snake cannot hear, but it senses vibration. Right? He has no air. Right? Dolphins, they are the most intelligent creatures on the earth. You know, like elephants, they knew when a tsunami will come and they will react a day or 2 days before, more than us. You know why? As human beings, we used to connect with the divine. But today what we connect with, we only connected with Facebook. That's okay. Internet is important. But today we have lost that connection from the divine, and therefore we are connected only to everybody, which is good. We are searching who message, who give us likes, how many views. That's why I stopped this thing tonight. It's not about views. It's interview, but tonight is interview. See, it's not about view, it's interview. And that's why I stopped the live. I don't want anybody to compare who and who is here and they're searching through the camera. Aha. She not come there, she come here. You know this thing. So therefore, no life. We are live, or we have life, that's most important. So these animals sense that this fellow is coming for them. And no animals showed up, my gosh. And he is there, this hunter is hunting, but nothing is there, nothing there. And so my dear friends, anybody knows the Hindi word for hunter? I give you $5 this evening. Anybody? Seeing some phones coming out. No, don't look in Google. Anybody knows the Hindi word for hunter? Anybody? All right, $10 I give you. All right, $20. I see phones coming out. The word is shikari, shikar. Pundit ji will give you a $20 dakshina. Shikar, everybody says shikar. Shikar means that hunter. We are all shikaris and shikaras. We are hunting for devotion tonight. But he is hunting for food and friends. Plenty people these days, they go, if the yajna doesn't have food, me not come. Food is important, my dear friends, but the food of knowledge and bhakti is most important. And so, my dear friends, the whole day passed and he didn't eat. I'll tell you a secret, don't tell anybody. A day like today and tonight, if anybody doesn't eat any salt, right, you know what is going to happen? Your face is going to look young for a long time. You're not going to age, right? And wrinkles and twinkles and tinkles, that's going to be healed. And children who are here, when you're vegetarian, naturally, you're going to look younger. You always have you're going to have always a youthful look for those who are vegetarians. When the time is right, you do so. If not, don't force to be a vegetarian if the time is not right. Never force to be that. So this shikari, he's hunting and he's fasting, no food. And you know, there are some people, if you don't eat and they're hungry, what can happen? They get angry. And an hungry person is an angry person. Always feed your children. Especially when they come to Mandir and otherwise they sit down and watch. You must know if a child eats or not. Otherwise, they body here, but you know. So therefore, his children are crying home. They are all, and Shivji Maharaj is searching because that day was Shivaratri, and he didn't eat. So what he decided to do, my dear friends, he decided to climb a tree. If it can't work, and I'm traveling and I cannot see, let me climb a tree. And have you ever climbed trees when you were younger? Yeah. And how much scrape we got? We climbed trees for many reasons. I remember when I was a little boy, I was about 5 years, I went to thief.
Mango.
No, sapatilla. That was expensive. And they said the man was not home, so I get clearance. When I went up there, my friends left. And the man came out with a gun. And I was up there. So, I had to remain quiet until he went back and then, slept. So there was a joke with fellow the owner, he was hearing some noise. So he heard the noise and the three friends ran up to 3 different trees. And the first one started to say, tweet. Yeah. So they thought it was a bird, so he bypassed that one. The next friend, he bawled moo. What a cow is going to do up there? He get caught, and the next one get caught as well. Brothers and sisters, be smart in your hunting. So he climbs the tree. And as he climbs the tree, brothers and sisters, tonight we'll pause for a moment and sing the glories of Lord Shiva, everyone. Nice to be in your company. I just love the energy here tonight. Thank you so much for coming. And tonight, let us honor Lord Shiva. Many of you requested this song, and it's from one of the movies of Shiva. And he's waiting, he doesn't know anything about Shiva, but Lord Shiva is observing him. Tonight, the Lord is observing you. He's observing your thoughts. He's observing how you're feeling. He's observing where you are in life. And he's waiting for you to open that door to climb to greater heights. Please enjoy this selection, friends.
पवन के पग में ऊपर बाज मायूर मन मेरा गाए मन मेरा ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हरि ओम नमः शिवाय everyone together हरि ओम नमः शिवाय पुष्प की माला हाल सजाए, गंगा जल भर कलश पाए, माँ ज्योति के दीप जलाए, चरणों में नित शीश झुकाए, भाव विभोर होक भक्ति में रोम रोम रंग जाए, मन गाए। Everyone.
Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah
अभयंकर शंकर अविनाशी, मैं तेरे दर्शन के अभिलाषी, जन्मों से पूजा की प्यासी, मुझ पे कर कृपा सी, तेरे सिवा मेरे प्राणों को और कोई नाम भाए। Everyone together. Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya. Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Hey Om, Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Hari Om Namah Many people ask, Panditji, is Shivaratri the birthday of Lord Shiva? How many agrees with that? Show hands. No hands? Right? Anybody? Everybody waiting for somebody to raise their hands, no? Shivaratri is not the birthday because he was birthless. He was here before creation. Look at his name, everyone. Maha Shivaratri. How many? Five. That is called Pancha Akshar Mantra. Only then the five elements came: air, earth, water, fire and ether. Om Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. 5 syllables. You're in the car, Om Namah Shivaya. Before you put on the engine, Om Namah Shivaya. Somebody looking at me, Rael Kotai, Om Namah Shivaya. In school, the teacher doesn't look up, Om Namah Shivaya. Having a hard day with your colleague in your job, Om Namah Shivaya. You sit down to pray, Om Namah Shivaya. Friends, always chant Namah Shivaya. It really helps a lot. When I sit here, before I start to read, Om Namah Shivaya, I want my voice to sound smooth. Om Namah Shivaya. Children, exams, Om Namah Shivaya. And Shivaji is hinting, study. You know, to study, you can't just, Lord gives us the flour, but we have to do the baking. Therefore, Shivji Maharaj is observing He is Param Sakshat. He is a silent observer. And this hunter is with his arrow and he's on top of the tree. Half of the day went by. Evening has come. Night is there. And he has nothing to eat. He has nothing to eat so far. And on the tree, what tree you think he climbed on that day? Look how the Lord will put it. Anybody? It was the Bilva. Bale, we call it Bale. In India, we call it Bilva. If you go to India and you say you want some bay leaf, they wouldn't know what you're saying. The word is Bilva leaves. Well, in Hindi, it's Bilva, but Bale you can call. So that day, he happened to climb a Bilva tree, a Bale tree. And have you ever seen a Bale tree?
Yeah.
Not many of the young people will see a Bale tree. You know how much pica that has? Thorns, as we say. When you're picking the leaves of a Bilva, it is challenging. You can get pierced with the thorns of the... and you will see a lot of people who pick these things. Just imagine that fellow climbed that tree. How much thorns that fellow probably get up there? They didn't mention it here. I'm just putting logic to it, right? He get probably a lot of thorns. But you see, that's the price it comes to be a devotee. I'll tell you something tonight. Please listen carefully, everyone. When the Lord is ready to change you, you would know. He will put you in the place, the time, the right moment, the right issue, the right change. When the Lord ready to change, we would not know. But that change is going to come. Kitna badal gaya insan. We need to change, and the change is going to come. Let us try to ask the Lord tonight to change so we can be a happier soul. We can be a contented soul. Lord, I want to be an evolved soul. Lord, I just want to know you. Lord, I just want to love you. And when you get busy loving the Lord, you have no time for anybody's business. Therefore, love the Lord so much until you turn in one with Him with love. Just as you love human beings, put Him first and love Him all. Anybody who loves human beings, listen to this carefully, and you do not love the Lord, that love is cheap love. Anyone who loves people and they don't love God, that love is cheap. That love is shallow. That love will never evolve. That love is not pure love. If you love the Lord and you love human beings and you love people around you, that is true love. My dear friends, love your family, love your spouse, love your job, love yourself, love your body. How many people look in the mirror and they say, oh gosh, I don't even want to watch myself. Love yourself, love the people around you, then you can love God. I want to say it again. Please repeat after me. Everybody, if we do not love the Lord, oh, let's say it now. How can we love people? If we do not love the Lord, then love for human beings are very cheap and very shallow. That's the quotation tonight. Brothers and sisters, this man loved his family. That's the reason why Lord Shiva was touched. And many people who want to make children should be able to mind children. Those who want to bring children in the world and do not have time for them, Lord Shiva is never pleased. I went to New York recently and I stayed, and the husband was telling me, Panditji, this lady goes party every night. We have 2 children. I alone have to take care of them. Yeah? Tell me if that is right. What kind of marriage is that? Therefore, men, just as you love your jobs and you love your friends and you love, these things, love your family as much as you love that. Love your Lord in your home before. Any man that doesn't have love from the Lord and the family, you're going to get carried in this world of Maya and get entangled. And you will never get self-realization. Therefore, this shikara, this hunter, is sitting on the tree. And he's there in the bil tree. It is Shivaratri night. And guess what? Something happens. As he's moving, what do you think is falling? The leaves are falling. But where do you think it's falling? It's falling on a is falling on a Shiva Lingam. Look how the Lord put everything in place so nice for us. Look at tonight how the Lord placed everything just perfect for us tonight. To be here on time, to love the Lord, to listen to His glories, to get the food after, to listen and to be here until 3 in the morning. Friends, this man had everything planned for him by his karma to win the vision of Lord Shivaji. If we see God in everyone, the Lord is going to look after us. The Ramayana tells us very nicely. What the Ramayana says, my dear friends, please listen to this. कुछ बोल के झरकार रहे हैं गिरिजा शिवा साक्षात नीचे भगवान ज्योतिर्लिंग विद्यमान थे भक्ति नहीं प्यार शिवजी शिवजी त्रिशूलधारी जया प्रेम से बोलो महादेव की जय. And still this man, he is waiting still for something and there's nothing, coming. Do you know the day you're waiting for somebody, that's the day they take the most amount of time to come. The day you're searching for something, that's the day you don't see it. Right? That's the law of the universe. Right? And therefore, when you have keep back, always occupy the mind. So he's there, he's not thinking, all that he's thinking, what my wife is going to say. Such a wife. Good wife, equal life. Not so good wife like sharp knife. So he was scared to be cut. And therefore he is watching when this animal is going to come. I'm a hunter, I want to kill something to take it home. He's a common man. He doesn't know better. But while he's shifting, bay leaves are falling on the lingam. And Shivaratri night, it is a night where you bring the bilva leaves and you offer. If you don't have, because of weather condition, you can offer white flowers, nothing is wrong. There is a mantra to chant for the leaves. It says,
Tridalam Trigunakaram Trinetram Chatriyayudam Trijanma Papa Samharam Bilva Patram Shiva Arpanam. O Lord, I offer these 3 leaves downwards to surrender my body, mind and intellect. I ask you through these leaves to please install me with bhakti and to love you in this 3 existence, the physical, the psychological and the mental. Please allow me to know you and understand you and love you. So this bale leaf is falling, they are all falling on the lingam, and he doesn't know this. He doesn't know if it's Shivaratri. He doesn't know if it's a bale tree. He doesn't know the lingam. He doesn't know anything. Alright, so therefore, as Hindus, parents, please advise your children, have a chart with all the religious dates and let them know when to fast and when the holy days are coming. So brothers and sisters, he's there. Bam Bam Bole Nath is waiting for him to see his form, but the time was not right. How is the time going to be right? My dear friends, this boy, this man, this Guru Druha is waiting. I'm going to sing this beautiful selection. I composed the words yesterday evening, and a lot of people asked me, can you sing it back? And for those who were not here last night, I'm going to do this one for you. Please enjoy this selection. Hey Shambho Mahadeva, Hey Shambho Mahadeva, O Baba Ajidam Rupo, O Shankar Bam Bam Bo, O Shankar Bam Bam Bo. Hey Shambho Mahadeva, Hey Shambho Mahadeva, O Baba Ajidam Rupo, O Shankar Bam Bam Bo, O Shankar Bam Bam Bo. See, when the yogis are climbing the great hills and the huge mountain of Mount Kailash, they will sing and forget the tiredness. Tonight we sing the Lord's name, my dear friends. धमक धम धम बाजे ताल से ताल मिलाए धमक धम धम बाजे ताल से ताल मिलाए ओम धिमी 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 नाद ओम धिमी 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 नाद ओ अपने ये दोनों के हाथ शंभो महादेवा O Shankar Bam Bam Bo, He Shambho Mahadeva, He Shambho Mahadeva, O Baba Ajidam Rupo, O Shankar Bam Bam Bo, O Shankar Bam Bam Bo. हर शंकर देव देवा, ओ हर शंकर देव देवा, दर्शन दे दो महादेवा, दर्शन दे दो महादेवा। नाचो नाचो रे नाचो नटराज, नाचो 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 नटराज, ओ बाबा शंकर बोले महाराज, ओ शंकर बम बम बो, O Shankar Bam Bam Bo, O Shankar Bam Bam Bo, O Shankar Bam Bam Bo, Shambho Bam Bam Bo. He Shambho Mahadeva, Deva, 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 Shambho Mahadev, Mahadev. Shambho Mahadev, O Shambho experience. Prem se bolo Mahapati Mahadev ki Jai. Nagindrahanaya Trilochanaya Bhashmangaragaya Maheshwaraya Nityaya Sudhaya Digambaraya Tasme Nakaraya Namah Shivaya. Om Jai Sada Shambhu, Jai Shiv Shankar Maharaj ki Jai. Whether you love the Lord or not, whether you know Him or not, there's always going to come a time where you will say, oh Lord, give me your support, give me your help. And while He's waiting, no animals are coming for Him to hunt. And He said, Lord, please help me, protect me for my wife. And then when the Lord heard a simple prayer, everything changed around Him. I want to discuss a little short philosophy. I want you to please listen attentively because I think it is very sweet. We all want Lord's protection from accidents, from plane crash, from natural disasters, from negativities, from evil forces, from grahas. Raksha karo. O dunya ke rakhwale. What is the meaning of rakhwale? Please support me. You are our savior, you are our protector, rakhwale. So one Hindi word we must always use. Hey Prabhu, tum rakhwale de dona. Rakhwale means save me, protect me. Rakhwale. Everybody chant this word after me. Rakhwale. Right, so whenever you're in trouble, just shout it loudly and the Lord is going to show up, right? We all need protection, right? But always remember, we are all going to be protected in different ways, right? Let us use the word protect, the English word. If you use the word P means the Lord will come personally to protect you. Like when Yamraj was coming for this Markande, Lord Shiva himself came. Lord Krishna himself came to the war to help. So P, protect, He comes P, personally to protect you. And He may come as a person in the taxi, in your job, in the streets. We don't know. So always look out for the Lord. He can always show up 3 times, morning, day or night. So the first word is P, which means personal. He can come personally. I'm going to ask you these questions after, children, so please remember the letters. Then you have protect, spelling P-R. R means representative. He can always send His representative. Like tonight, I came. Right? He comes in not a direct way, but He sends someone to give you advice. You're sitting here tonight and something in the discourse may trigger some kind of awareness to change your life. That is called R, representative. He comes indirectly. And what's the next word? P-R-O. What does O means? O means He's omniscient, omnipresent. He can come, He comes in a miracle. For example, when Draupadi was begging Shri Krishna to come, he was not there physically, but he sent a sari to clothe and to keep her clothed. That omnipresent divinity, like Krishna who showed up as a miracle can take place, my friends. Recently I was driving in Florida. We have a lot of SAR drivers there. If you're coming and you rent a car, you will know what I'm talking about. And every morning when I drop my child to school about 6:30, I would chant the Chalisa with a Hanuman Chalisa. And as I was going down in the Lake Dona area, a car came out in front of me. And to my surprise, I probably think the car did it itself, but I don't think I paid for that upgrade. My vehicle just slowed down itself and pulled back without my touching the brakes. Wow. See?
This is what we call, oh, omnipresent. When you put the Lord first and you chant His name, He can create many different miracles for you. He's omnipresent. He's there right by you, waiting to give you that chamatkar, that miracle. When Lord Krishna was begging for fruits, He brought some little bit of rice for the lady who was selling. She was poor, she didn't make anything that month. And when she tied the rice in her joli, in her sari, and she took it home, and she opened that sari, she saw those grains of rice. They were all transformed into diamonds and rubies. Miracles, my dear friends. So P, personal, R means represent, O means omnipresent. And what's the next word?
T.
T means teachings. The Lord comes in the form of teachings throughout our scriptures to tell you the do's and don'ts. And the child wants to do his own thing. The mother is protecting the child, you know. And therefore, through teachings of our scriptures, we can follow the path, my dear friends, what is good for us. So teachings, Bhagwan comes in the form of scriptures and teachings to teach us. And the other word is what? P-R-O-T?
E.
Everybody know to spell that? See everybody watching a code to help me out now. What's the next word?
Like letter.
Right? The protect is a very simple word. P-R-O-T-E. E means He's empowering us all the time. We face situation, my dear friends. He gives us power and willpower to come out from our dejection, for us to accept and give us the strength and motivation to continue life journey without committing suicide, without leaving your home and your families, without crashing your car, without intoxicating your body with alcohol. That is called E, empowering. The Lord, my dear friends, is empowering us to face our consequences and challenges and yet be strong and divine. That is the meaning of E. E means empowering. He wants to empower. And the other word is, of course, C. C means a combination of all the things that are happening to you. The Lord will come in many forms. You're praying to Lord Shiva, He becomes Hanumanji tonight. You're praying to Shiva, He may come as Krishnji Maharaj. My friends, a combination of all the deities and energies that will help you and protect you. And the last word is called T, protect. The last word, time. Time, my dear friends, will take you where you need to go. There is no rush. Please have patience. If you don't have patience, you may become a patient. So please have patience. Don't wait till, don't get carried away, all right? So tonight, for some reason, we feel to turn to Lord Krishna. Please protect us, O Lord Shiva. Even Lord Shiva and Krishna ji met in this dance of Ras Leela. And Lord Shiva is hearing the basuri of Lord Krishna ji. And as Parvati and Shiva runs to Vrindavan, they all saw Lord Shiva is dancing. And Krishna ji is dancing with Radha ji. And of course Shiva ji transformed his form into a lady because no men could have gone in there. And he takes the beautiful form and he goes inside. This is a Garba style. So please enjoy this. Many people dance for this song in Vrindavan. Please enjoy. अरे गोकुल में देखो वृंदावन में देखो रे मुरली बाजे रे श्याम संग राधा नाचे रे गोकुल में देखो वृंदावन में देखो रे मुरली बाजे रे श्याम संग राधा नाचे रे हरि नाचो रे नाचो रे नाचो रे देखो राधा नाचे रे हरि देखो रे देखो रे देखो रे नाचे देखो नाचे रे. Now in India, people will take the sticks and they will dance, which we call the Garba style, and they will dance. Krishna ji is dancing with Lord Shiva and they are dancing away. A combination of Krishna and Shiva ji Maharaj. Tonight, Krishna ji, please bless us. Oh Lord Shiva, bless us. चम चम नाचे राधा रानी सुन के मीठी मुरलिया शाम छवि पे सब बलिहारी ग्वाल बाल और गैया सलर सलर चारे रे हाँ सलर सलर चारे हर मुरली पुरवैया रे बनवारी श्याम संग राधा नाचे हे श्याम नाचे all together नाचो रे नाचो रे नाचो रे देखो राधा नाचे हरे नाचो रे नाचो रे नाचो रे देखो राधा नाचे बंसीवत पर यमुना तट पर कान्हा रास रचैया गोपी बनकर शंकर आए गोपीश्वर कहलाए अरे दम 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 बाजे रे दम 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 बाजे रे कान्हा रे मुरली रे कान्हा मुरली रे श्याम संग राधा नाचे गोकुल में देखो वृंदावन में देखो नाचे श्याम संग राधा नाचे श्याम संग राधा नाचे गोकुल में देखो वृंदावन में देखो मुरली बाजे श्याम संग राधा नाचे राधा नाचे नाचो 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 देखो राधा नाचे हरे नाचो 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 देखो राधा नाचे हरे नाचो 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 देखो राधा नाचे ओ हरे गोकुल में देखो वृंदावन में देखो रे मुरली बाजे श्याम संग राधा नाचे. So you see how our Lord, they meet, they say two mountains do not meet, but today Krishna Ji Maharaj met with Shivaji, and when they met, they all bowed together with divinity. My dear friends, Shivaji was a bhakta of Krishna and Krishna was a bhakta of Lord Shiva. And that's why I can't understand in the Hare Krishna movement how they can only say Krishna is God. I do not agree with those statements. I think this is what they believe and that's okay. But in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna Ji Bhagavan says, I am in all and all they are in me. I am Vishnu Bhagavan, Vishnu Bhagavan is in me. Shivaji says, those who dislike Krishna dislikes me, those who dislike Shiva dislike Krishna. And so, my friends, that's why they say, don't condemn any forms of God. So for the Hare Krishna movement, that's okay, see Krishna in all forms, that's the message. And so, let us come back to tonight's discourse. And this man is sacrificing, just imagine, 24 hours he didn't eat. That's quite some time. Many of us, if we don't eat for 3 hours, well, you know, it's quite very hectic for us. We cannot function, we cannot think. Just imagine 24 hours he didn't eat. But he's thinking of his family who is really grieving for food. And he's sitting there, and as the 12 o'clock hour is coming, midnight, again, nothing. 3 o'clock in the morning, he's shifting, and now tears are rolling from the eyes of Guru Druha, losing hope. And when he lose that hope, and he cried, he said, Lord, really help me at this point. And you know what happened, everyone? The tears of Guru Druha, this hunter, fell exactly on the lingam of Mahadev. And when your tears of hurts drop on that lingam, Lord Shiva feels very, very compassionate towards his devotee. And Lord Shiva is very easy to cry. He's very compassionate, he's Karuna Sagar. And when he cried, that teardrop became, you know what?
Or
The Rudraksh that we have here. His teardrop became the Rudraksh. I would like to suggest something, everyone. If all of us can get a Rudraksh mala and wear it and bless it and use it, it's very nice. And please don't get the one from China. Those are plastic one. Now, how do you know this Rudraksh is original? You place it in the water. If it sinks, it's original. If it floats, it's plastic. That's how you know. How do you know these crystals are real? In all the lights and scratch them together, and if it sparks, it's genuine. How do you know your saligram is original? You take something and scrape it, not yours, eh? The one in the shop. And if it's slightly metallic or silver or goldish, that's original. There's a difference between the shaligram and the lingam. The shaligram of Lord Vishnu must be kept in water with a tulsi leaf every day. That brings good luck and wealth to your home. Baba, say that again, no? I want two, not one. Now, saligram is for Lord Vishnu and Shiv Lingam. The nice patik one is very nice. And you have the metallic one. That one is nice. And you have the Nirmada Lingam. That should also be very nice. I'm going to India next probably month. So those of you who like the original Rudraksh, probably I'm going to Nepal. I'll get some for you whenever I'm coming again. But always remember, get the original Rudraksh. And how do you wear it from a Monday? You always chant Om Namah Shivaya. Don't wear it for style. Look, I have a Rudraksh mala, everybody. No, it's meant for using. And how you must use it, always sit upright like this, like how you're sitting tonight. Always sit upright. You hold the mala, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Every chant should go with the thought of Shiva. Many people you see chanting and then Om Namah Shivaya and they finish the mala in just half a minute. They skip about 20. If you're doing it, do it genuinely. So my dear friends, that's the tears of Lord Shiva became the Rudraksh mala. And those malas and those trees are only grown in Nepal. So Nepal is the real place to get the Rudraksh mala. And anyone who gets it blessed and wears this Rudraksh, it looks like this, brown in color and rough. Just put some ghee in it whenever you go to a funeral, put it back on. Every Monday, touch it to the lingam. Open your hands and receive the energies with the mala from the sun. Have you ever seen the Muslim pray?
Yeah.
And how they pray? Yeah?
Indeed.
Why do you think they open their hands? Anybody? Yeah? To receive the energy. And some people say they can really have some rich businessman who's Muslims. So I tell them that's the reason. When they pray, they receive. Right? We sit down like this.
right.
Don't be closed up. Open your heart, open your hands. In the morning, go with your hands open. Khalil Gibran said, if you want water, you don't go to the tap, but your hands closed. You always go with it open. Come with an open heart and receive the energy. When you feel the energy, open your hands and feel that energy. The beat's going to be fine. The music is going to be great. And whatever you touch will, my dear friends, no doubt, be successful. Umahati Mahadeva ki. Plenty information for your devotion, for your liberation. Thank you for listening. And so, brothers and sisters, time came where it was that 3 in the morning, very quiet, and this man is crying. He didn't get anything for his family. What happened in our final verse for this evening? Lord Shiva decides to come and help this devotee. And so as the Lord is about to come, he is about to show up. Do you know that the Lord shows up 3 times in your life? Have you seen him already?
Yes, I did.
Right. If you didn't see him, he was there. And in your mid-age, you might see him again, and just before you die, You see the God that you pray to. If I'm a sincere bhakta of Kali, I see her when I'm dying. If I'm a sincere devotee of Shiva, I see Shivaji just before I die. But those who have a request, oh Lord, I want to see you, he comes. Bade pyar se milna sabse, duniya mein insan re, kya jane, sabhesh mein baba, mil jaye bhagwan re. So my dear friends, the Lord can come anytime, any place, any hour. So please expect him, no? Right?
Some call you Allah, Satya Sai Baba, Jesus Christ the Savior, Bhagavan Krishna. I have searched for your Lord, many holy places, churches and masjids, and mandirs, Now it's clear I have found you. All along you were in my heart. Everyone, come Tvameva bandhu shasika Tvameva divya dravinam Tvameva. Of the song. Always full of anger when I was much younger. Never thought of you, Lord, even said a prayer. Now I'm growing older, time is getting closer. Now I live with no fear, knowing you are here, knowing you are here. I found someone who really cares. Oh please Lord, listen to my everyone. Tvameva bandhu shasika Tvameva, Tvameva divya dravinam Tvameva, Tvameva sarvam Mahadeva. Time and time I have tried, I had no faith, just full of pride. Many nights I have cried, I felt so lost, I've tried and tried. I was lonely, felt so empty, no hand to hold, no one to care. Then I found Shiva in my heart, and now I fully realize. Everyone, Tvameva Mata Chapita Tvameva, Tvameva Bandhu Shasika Tvameva, Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva.
Umapati Mahadev ki Jai. This song is for the youths who does not know the Hindi language. And of course, we do not divert from the language. We just want you to appreciate the night so that at least you can understand the meaning of the discourse. Tonight, before I conclude, my dear friends, there's no doubt that there was that quiet moment where this gentleman's mind was so quiet. There was total silence. It's 3 o'clock hour. And Lord Shiva saw the sacrifice this man made. And Bhagavan Shiva decided to appear before this hunter who never said a prayer, who never went to a mandir, who never be a vegetarian, who never knew what was puja. But yet, he was blessed to see Bhagavan Shiva. I'm not saying you must do all this and expect the Lord. You have to sacrifice. But when your heart is clear and you're a devotee of human beings and goodness, Bhagavan is very pleased and will be pleased with you. My dear friends, in these last comments, in the Hindi verses, I'm going to chant it and we'll conclude just before 9 here this evening. I always like to close before people ask me to close. I always like to finish, just before the time. I'm not someone who believes you must say so much in the scriptures. I believe you say this much and it is sunk in the heart of the devotees. Because when you say too much, people close off their air. Brothers and sisters, in the silent moment, this episode, this scene took place where Bhagavan Shiva, with this man, and he fell out of the tree. But of course, Bhagavan Shiva kept him floating there. And now he is seeing. He thought he was dreaming. He is touching. He even took one of the picker. And he thought, well, this is not a dream. This is very much real. And what happens, my dear friend, this is what one day you're going to see. What I'm going to describe for you is what one day you may see. Not in your dream, but in your subconsciousness. Semi-sleep, semi-waking. When the heart is clear and the mind is quiet, this is what you're going to see. Listen to my last verse before I come to the end, everyone. Hara 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 Mahadev.
feel the presence of Shivji Maharaj in front of you. Listen, my dear friends, he saw this amazing bright form between his forehead, and then Lord Shiva decided to show him that magnificent, divine, beautiful form of Shivaji. And I can tell you something tonight, everyone. Lord Shiva does not look anything like what you see in the Murti. When you meditate on him, he is the most shining prince on this earth. His face is beyond description from our saints and sages. Now, your question to me tonight, who have seen Lord Shiva to paint him like that? One day a little child asked me that question, very potent question. Baba, how we know Lord Shiva look like that? Have you ever seen him? I said, no. Like that. Who have seen him to paint him like that? And this is where the great sages and the seers request that energy to see him. And when they see him, they inform the painters how the look should be. My dear friends, he comes in your dreams. How many of us have dreamt Lord Shiva? How many of us feel that light just coming here in the morning? And it's going to happen. You just request, Lord, show me a sign. If I want to dream Sai Baba, I'll ask him, hey, can I get a dream tonight? I feel a bit down, I feel like I can't sleep, something is not right. And Swami is going to come not too long after my sleep. In India, I was suffering from asthma. I nearly died in a room where no one came to see me for 3-4 days. And I was lying there. I couldn't breathe. I remember the mucus covered my entire system. And just imagine I'm close to death. Lying there in the room in Bombay, in my dorm, alone. And then I asked, I said, Lord, if I have to go, then India is a good place. Don't allow my mom and dad and family to grieve for me. And that night I saw both Shivaji and Lord Shiva came and just dust something on me, probably we both. And I saw that light came to my heart and my entire chest was cleared from the mucus. There I saw Bhagwan Shiva and Satya Sai Baba. And from that day I didn't get asthma that bad as it used to. But what I'm saying, my friends, there's some time the Lord is going to show up and he looks amazing, his eyes. And it's really a mesmerizing feeling. But tonight, if you ask the Lord to come as a light, you're going to see him probably tonight in your sleep. You're going to feel that light just shining in your forehead. That is the third eye. When you close your eyes, this third eye becomes bright. But we are not here to discuss all this, but he's so beautiful. He's Ati Sundar.
He's beyond beauty. And friends, the hunter said, Bhagwan, I bow to you, I'm so happy to see you. Are you really the Lord? He never saw Lord Shiva. Are you really the Lord? Bhagwan smiles and says, Tatastu, I'm always here. What do you want, O hunter? You know what the hunter said? What would you say if the Lord asked you for something? Give me the lotto numbers, oh Lord, so I can win the lotto. And then he puts his hands in his waist and says, at least buy the lotto tickets I can give you, but you don't want to buy this. My friends, the hunter clasps his hands and says, Bhagwan, may I always be at your feet. Please take care of my family. That's all he asks for. Please allow me to be at your feet every moment of my life and allow my family to be taken care for. Bhagwan says, Tatastu, so shall it be. And he says, not only that, but in your next life, you'll become very famous and your name in the Ramayana will shine very brightly. All the devotees will hear your name and your name will be Guha in the Ramayana, who will take Ramji across the river. And you will be able to see that Lord in a common form. That I bless you with. And may you always be in that state of mukti. May you always get that state of divinity and reach me whenever you need to. May you reach the Lord whenever you desire to. And so with this, my dear friends, Bhagwan disappeared. And when he went there, of course, there's a story that goes in between where the deer came and he allowed the deer to go back home, and the deer cried and said, don't kill me, don't kill me. I have my mother waiting. Then the mother came and said, don't kill me, don't kill me. My husband is waiting. And the hunter said, okay, go, but come back. Which deer will come back? But they really came back. And then the son came and said, how could you kill my mommy and daddy? I would like to come and take me. Then the hunter felt sorry. No, you go back and send somebody else. I have to take this animal back home. Then the whole family came and said, take us now. And then the hunter said, no, I can't do this. And that hunter heart melted with compassion. And that's how Shivaji appeared. So this discourse, I brought the last part. That's supposed to be just before the manifestation of Shivaji. But just imagine this man worshipped the Lord without knowing. And he got a vision of Shivaji. What about us tonight who know the merits of this worship of this lingam and the greatness of this night, Maha Shivaratri? Those who bring a flower and offer it, Lord Shiva is going to be in your heart. Those who remain until 3 o'clock, the Lord Shiva is going to be in your heart. Those of you who brought Parsad, Lord Shiva is going to be in your heart. Those who listened to tonight's discourse, the Lord Shiva is going to be in your heart. Those of you who didn't want to listen and you had to listen, the Lord Shiva be in your heart. Those of you who didn't want to be here but you had to be here, it is the miracles and chamatkar of the Lord. May He be with you, my dear friends. Tonight, it's 3 minutes to 9 and I'd like to finish 9. So I will be in the line and we will reach the divine because I'm kind. I hope you don't mind, so we'll shine. Brothers and sisters, I would like to end this discourse and I would like to tell you in life, just have faith and do what you have to do honestly. When he went back home, that same wife who gave him a katai ran and hugged him and says, oh, you are the most loving person. I love you. Main pyar karta hu. I love you, love you, love you so much. And Ruha says, this Shiva really did some magic, some jadoo. You know, so tonight, may Bhagwan Shiva give you that jadoo. And children, friends and youths, you really want to see a change in your life. The way you look, the way your eyes look, the way you speak, your charisma, your appearance, your approach, Shivaji will give you that chamatkar, that miracle, that you will always be on top and stay there. This is what we want, O Lord. We want to be close to you. We want to love you now and always. The desires he had to kill, it was not there anymore. Devotion melted all the desires and made him a devotee of Shivaji. My dear friends, I'll conclude here. Thank you all so much for listening to us. And while the devotee Panditji
We'll head to the Lingam with the few devotees. I will sing this bhajan. And then those of you who would like to honor and offer your dhar will come and do the special rituals. I'll come down, I'll be there. And then after that, those of you, I beg you to stay until 12, then you can stay until 3. We'll be doing the 108 Havan, we'll give you the Bhashma Vibhuti. We have Tim Hortons, Starbucks. So we have free Starbucks, right? And we have nice food available for you. But please do not leave. It's a night, Lord Shiva. Ma Parvati says, what pleases you the most? And Shivji says, those who wake vigil the entire night, I will bless that devotee with everything they ever need. So if I were you, I would stay until 3. If you can't stay until 3, then you use your desire, your heart. Please enjoy this selection.
तुम रखिया में श्री जी हे महाराज जी हे कैलाशपति दीन बंधु धमाधम धम कमंदर धमाधम मस्तक नंदर धमाधम मस्तक नंदर तुम ही हो दिल के अंदर तुम ही हो दिल के अंदर लाल मेरी पट लाल मेरी चारों तरफ में नाम तिहारे चारों तरफ है चारों तरफ नाम तिहारे सारे जगत को दे जियारे नाम तेरे सर के जाओ सर जाना झूलेला शिवन तुम्हारी कलाकन मस्त कलंदर शिवाजी शंकर महाराज धमातम मस्त कलंदर